Hi, I'm Rob, and in this Gems of War video, I'm going to show you a really cool team you can use for this journey event. First things first though, you should pop to the shop and if you can, grab tier 1, 2 and 3. Tier 1 because you get the Potion of Enchantment, all the troops start enchanted at the start of battle for this event only. And a tier 2 because you get Jean Visa guaranteed. This guaranteed journey guide increases the miles you travel when you battle with him and gets double magic as well. So whatever damage you are showing there, basically double that because that's how much damage he's going to do in the battle. And tier 3 because you can get a pretty cool weapon. You can get this from the Soul Forge, but in the journey most players are going to go to tier 3 anyway, and you're better off picking it up from here than spending valuable diamonds in the Soul Forge. And if you want to purchase more tiers, you can guarantee more Jean Visa as well to get it to Mythic level, or if you want more than one in the team, things like that. Now, a few really important things to know about a journey is you must use the event captain. Has times to magic, so whatever damage it gives, if it's a damage dealer, then you can effectively double what you see before the game starts. That's how much it's going to do. And the trait gives you ×2 to ×3 to your score, which affects your miles. And it's important to have that in the team because it just makes a massive difference to how far you travel, which is the entire point of a journey. But let's go over another few things about Journey, which is really important. Now, you get maximum miles by finishing the battles in 10 turns or less. Now, 1 turn is your go, including all extra turns, the enemy's go, and then coming back to you. That is 1 turn. So you need to do that in 10 turns or less. Now, there are a couple of important things to know about the strategy, how to do that. You can obviously get an extra turn by making a 4-match. You can get a 4-match by looping with a troop like this. We have to have this in the team anyway. Deals damage to an enemy, creates 2 blue gems boosted by giant allies. And we can have all giants in this team, so that gives us the best chance of looping. But it's still not as good as the old Pathfinders, so it is going to have some reliability issues. And you can increase the reliability of the blue generation by picking a weapon which has an ice upgrade, like Oshia's Tome. Ice is basically an ice storm, so whenever you cast this, you're going to cause an ice storm at the same time, which means more blue, and you get that with a few other weapons at the same time. But I prefer to basically have the reliability of a guaranteed extra turn. If you have Rope Dart upgraded, it has Quick, which is a extra turn. As well as that, we eliminate all armor from an enemy, deal magic-based damage to them, and pull them to first place, which also makes us safer from skulls. There, you know, we can go mad with Balder. If we put Oshia's Tome in there, which is a great weapon for this because of the ice storm and the mana gen, then basically we can get a lot of mana, and we can then cast a Balder, create all those skulls, and go through it that way. But if it goes wrong, then we are going to take a lot of damage, particularly on those later levels. So Rope Dart, I really like it for this because we can entangle the enemy when we do that, get an extra turn, strip away the armor on the high levels. This is going to make this so much quicker. And once we've got that armor stripped, we can then cast our Balder, creating all those skulls. Don't have to create tons and tons of skulls constantly to get through the armor. We're going to be making that work that much quicker. Vidar the Vast is here. Choose an enemy. There's a 10% chance to devour them, boosted by blue gems on the board. Otherwise, deal 52 damage. In my case, that's magic +4. The cool thing about that is we don't have to cast it. If it just happens to be a lot of blue on the board, like 15 or something like that, if there's 15 blue on the board, for example, that'd be like a 70% chance of a devour. That is really good. That is the enemy down, bang, in one go. You are dead. And we obviously have to have this troop there anyway, which can help Vidar the Vast, because if we cast this and it doesn't loop, it's going to leave a load of blue on the board, which basically means this has a much better chance of working. So that is going to be the strategy for this. If you don't have Vidar the Vast, you can chuck in a double Balder and just absolutely go for it with loads of skulls. Just make sure you cast Rope Dart first to get the top troop entangled. Now, there is an option on this as well to actually eventually go Elementalist class. This is absolutely viable on the later levels. I know that basically means we're going to create less blue with this because one of our troops would be Elemental, which would be the hero, but it is just so important on the later levels. Come on, let's just get to Elementalist and show why. And the reason is, obviously, we get that fantastic Elemental Force 3rd trait, which is absolutely just essential almost for Journey in the later levels. Otherwise, things can go wrong really quickly. But things like Impact is good. Insulated is pretty decent as well. But yeah, Watery Binding is going to really help with this. Rock Solid, gain a barrier when matching brown gems will really help. We collect brown for our other troops. Lightning Strike can help as well. Explode yellow on 4 or 5 gem matches. This just helps get the mana as quickly as possible. And a Fortitude. So yeah, Elementalist certainly viable later on. But let's go with this with the team shown. Going to go for the Lion Banner, +2 blue, +1 yellow, -1 green. Because we want to get basically the weapon up as fast as possible. As soon as we get that weapon up, we've already got a 50% start on all these because we're in the Titan class. To show the benefits to this. All giant allies start with 50% mana. We'll go for Impact. Counter Attack, because we don't want any of these, they're no good. Thunder Fist is fine. All yellow allies gain 1 magic. That helps our Rope Dart. Either one of these, because we don't want a Storm Aura. We do not want a Dust Storm at the start of battle. That is not really any good. Rock Solid is good. We'll be collecting that when we charge up our bottom troops. And Lightning Strike, again, because we want to get as much mana as quickly as possible in this team. And a Fortitude. Right, so let's dive in then and see what happens. Right. 50% start on everyone. There's the Dicky Bird. There's the Potion of Explosion. We're already ready to go. Now, what you do here is basically cast Rope Dart first. We've entangled the top troop. Now we can go mad on skulls. If they connect, happy days. And you just rip through the enemy. So that was pretty quick. Can we kill anybody? Doesn't look like it. But that'll do. Yeah, so that was nice and fast. But the key to this is always pick the one that's got the highest miles to gain as much mileage as you possibly can. You cannot come in my pub, mate. Not looking like that. Right, so border is already up, but it is worth it if trying to get a Rope Dart up first. Take someone annoying out of the game if they're going to survive when you cast them. It's always good to grab them to the top and finish them off. Then we can go wild with our skulls. And just plow through the enemy like that. This team I would actually put on... it's a choice really, whatever you prefer, because Rope Dart obviously will do a lot of initial damage. Let's take a look at this. And deal damage. And if you put on Noisha medals, that is going to increase. But if you put on Medals of Seasons, for example, you're going to increase your skull damage. So when you cast this, you're going to do more damage because our top troop benefits from that. It's whatever your playstyle is. If you prefer to keep on casting a Rope Dart and doing damage, then go with Noisha medals. If you prefer skull damage because you like skulls a lot and you've got 1 or 2 borders, say like you didn't have Vidar the Vast, you popped in a second border, then maybe go Medals of Seasons or Medals of Arania to boost up your attack. So we're only going to cast this basically in an emergency, because the rest of the time Rope Dart and border are going to be doing all the heavy lifting. And they should be doing the heavy lifting. They're giants, god damn it. We're ready anyway, but we'll take that to get our baldy mate up. And we'll do that anyway, because we like to get our troops up. So let's, again, grab somebody to the top. Anybody that's dangerous, like Skeleros, he can be annoying. Let's create our skulls. We've got all blue allies, so we create a huge amount of skulls. And if at any time you want to cast this first, it's good to do it, because basically if Balder messes up, if he creates all those skulls and misses, then basically you can be in a world of pain. Alright, let's do this one, and we'll jump forward a little bit and see what happens on the tougher levels. What should we do? Give it a wallop anyway. See, there's an okay amount of skulls here. We could cast this if we want. But there's 12 blue there, so 48 is the boost. So a 58% chance of a Devour. It's not worth it on the early levels, so just go for it with border and just plow our way through. Look at that. Oh, lovely jubbly. Really, really fast. Maximum amount of miles from that. Right. 4,500 miles in, and the team is still doing really, really well. What you got to do is just be wary to cast things in the correct order sometimes. Okay, our rope dart is... In fact, everybody's up. Look at that. I didn't even do anything. And everybody's up straight away. That was due to the potion of explosion amongst other things. But when you got this, if you got an awful amount of blue on the screen, it's probably worth a cast of this straight away. But there's not a lot of blue, so we'll ignore that. We'll start off with our extra turn. Grab anybody that can be potentially really annoying. Like, we'll grab her to the top. Just because we've decided we don't like her anymore. And she's going to transform purple to yellow. There's not a lot of blue there. So what we can do is we can ignore this for the minute because the boost is only 28 and we'll create some blue. We'll get rid of her. Created more blue. Actually got a nice little run with that then. And now we have got a 74% chance of an immediate devour. So she is gone. That's just gone. Kaput. You're finished. Rope dart is still up. Let's grab them. That's weaken their armor. Put them in easy range now of our skulls. We can go mad with border. Head hit for you. One for you. And be on your way, Valkyrie. Simple as that. 120 miles in the bag. Let's go for the next one. Again, rope dart is up straight away, so is border. This is always a nice start when it does this, because you can just grab anybody you like. Grab anybody that's a bit annoying. Or grab him. And he's gone. He's gone already. Quite a lot of skulls there. Do like to get some rope dart stuff available if you can, but if there's plenty of skulls there, there's a really good chance of an extra turn. Sometimes you will have to trade skulls with the enemy. This is why it's always good to have that entangle going if you can. But it's inevitable sometimes. Sometimes it's better to actually grab a brown first. Because if you grab this skull hit first, then the enemy is going to be doing that one anyway. You're still going to be swapping a skull hit each. If you grab this rock solid first, not only do you get the brown for your two bottom troops, as well as a barrier, but the AI will probably do one of these skull hits on the next turn, and then you do the skull hit. But you didn't get any damage because you took the barrier first. Does that make any sense? You're still trading skulls, but by doing this first, you save yourself that injury from the skull. I hope that makes sense. Right, so we've bashed them around the bonds. 54% chance of a devour. Let's see if this makes any more blue appear. 58. Not too bad. It's more than 50-50. Let's go for it. Didn't work. Hey ho. Could have maybe cast that bomb troop first. Create some more blue. But we're still going to be well inside the 10 turns. And kaboosh him out of there. $20 miles travelled. Alright, let's just do a couple more. Working really well. So I like to grab the bird sometimes, absolutely immediately, to make sure we've got our extra sigils in the bag. So we've not had a particularly strong start on this one. We've been a bit unlucky on our colours. Right, but border is up. So is rope dart. This is where things can get flowing. So I do want to make sure we get them sigils in the bag. Let us go mad with border. That is good. More wallops. So 36 is low, the boost. So we want to make some more blue first. Let's do some damage to somebody. Let's do it on him. That's actually got rope dart up first, so that is good. Let's get rid of his armor. All in one go. This is all the same turn still right now. Now we've got a chance of the devour. They're gone. And just two opponents left. No red for border, so we'll have to grab some blue for our rope dart. Still going to do this. Now we can go down with border. And double bubble finishes off. $90 miles, that's the maximum. And let's do another one. Always check your opponent sometimes, because with rope dart, one of the strongest things of it is you can actually grab a really dangerous enemy straight to the top. It's one of the really cool things about it. Keeps on giving us a single skull hit at the beginning right now, which is annoying. Don't want to do that, because you kind of feels like you waste a turn straight away. Deep King can be annoying, so we'll concentrate on him first. I'm going to grab them while they're there. Sort of tempted to... No. I was going to take this blue, but there's no other yellow or blue on the board, so I'm going to go for it with our baldy friend. That's actually got our rope dart up again. Let's grab her. There's another extra turn at the bottom of the wallop. And Vidar's up next round. There's a lot of blue there, so I'm going to leave the blue there, take some brown. Ah, they took away some of that blue, never mind. Still a 58% chance. Let's see if we can chomp that big fish thing. We didn't actually done that the wrong way around. I should have created the blue like that first. But we're still going to get away with it. All is well. All is well and ends well. Providing you're not the opposition. Maximum miles. Right, let's do the 75 miles fight and call the video a day. Yes. Video. You. Over there. Do you know what you are? You're a day. Started off with another single skull hit. What the fidgety fudge. Right, don't like him. He smells. Few skulls, good chance of a hit. If we miss with border, then we are protected from the entangle. Swear it's good to get roped up again as soon as we can, really, but there's nothing doing on our colours, so we'll have to make do with what is. Rope dart's ready again. Let's grab someone else who's annoying. Them, that'll do. Lots of skulls. This is worth going for it with border. Take that first. Grab that to say skull hit and an extra turn. Should have taken that purple at the bottom there, sorted at the very last moment. It's going to be 2 skull hits if I take this one. That's not bad. Yeah, I can't say no to that. I've not had many turns so far, and the extra power from this is going to be more than enough to finish off that last opponent. So again, that was comfortably, easily within the 10 turns limit for the maximum miles. But as a team, there's the video. If you enjoyed it, found anything useful and helpful, it'd be really cool if you bash that like and subscribe button. It really does help. But most of all, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you again next time. Bye for now.